I am here with Mike Strom, Chief Information Officer. And Mike, you were in charge of putting this event together, and what was the goal?
Well, the goal here for the Vancouver Public Schools was to really share what we are doing throughout the district, elementary, middle, and high schools, using technology in some of our pilot programs that we're initiating this school year, as well also to share what we're already doing well in Vancouver Public Schools and how we're using technology. Some great events here this evening, some programs at the middle school and high school, robotics, gateway to technology. Share those, engage the community, help our community as well as our staff and parents understand how we're using technology to enhance student learning.
Excellent, and I'm sure there are a lot of moving parts putting together an event like this. Can you tell us a little bit about any kind of challenges you face?
Well, the moving parts probably started back in about mid-August, and we knew we had a tight timeline this year. But we have a great team of professionals in Vancouver Public Schools.
And how's it going so far tonight?
It's a good night tonight so far. Good marks, a lot of thumbs up that I'm seeing, a lot of smiles. I'm truly enjoying getting out there to meet with the kids and really learn about what they're doing. And you know, they're enthusiastic. And it's about enthusiasm in their learning and for their learning. And for that, we can be thankful. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks.
Watching this event in front of your television or computer, you can get a sense of the innovative teaching methods in Vancouver classrooms. But the best way to really wrap your head around it is to get down to a school yourself. Several times a year, the district offers patron tours. Parents and community members climb aboard a big yellow school bus and travel to a couple of different schools to see what's going on in the classroom. Taking the tour is free, but you can also buy a lunch prepared by the district's culinary arts students. And I'm told it's delicious. The kids really get excited to host visitors, and you'd be surprised at how school has changed since you were a kid. To find out more about patron tours, go to the district website, vansd.org, and look under community events. Think back for a moment to when you were in school. When the teacher wanted to display something to the class, he or she would turn around and write it on the chalkboard. The teacher's body would block what was on the board, and the class just sat there while it was being written. A good example of how Vancouver schools are getting past that sit-and-wait dynamic is a pilot program to get Mobies into schools. A Mobi is a tablet device that lets students and teachers collaborate on a digital whiteboard in front of a class. No more turning your back to the students and no more waiting for someone else to write the answer on the chalkboard. Let's go back to Chad now, who's going to show us how these Mobi devices work.
I'm here with Shad Gatson from Hudson's Bay High School. He has the Mobi program. Shad, I don't know anything about the Mobi. Tell me what it does for students.
Well, one of the things it does for students is give them a chance to display their use of technology in the classroom. But also, it's a very helpful tool for having students show other students exactly what their work is. One of the nice things about this is it's very portable, so I can take this to any student in the classroom, anywhere in the room, and they can write down answers to any question that I have, that I ask them. It could be something dealing with math, something to do with social studies, history, so it kind of covers a lot of different subjects and stuff.
Okay, great. I hear it's also really good, and you mentioned a little bit about it in group work, so students can share their learning with other students right in the class, live, real time.
Yeah, one of the really good things about it that I really use it for is I'll have either a paper out of a sheet out of the workbook, or have a student's paper under the dot camera and take a picture of it, and we can draw right onto the screen without messing up the student's work.
I'm here with Sarah, and please tell us about the new program you guys have been using for journalism.
All right, well, this is called Prezi, and it's a presentation tool that can be used instead of PowerPoint. It's really nice, really easy to use. It's not as constricting as PowerPoint is. You never run out of space. It's just a lot easier.
Awesome. So what have you guys been working on with this new program?
Well, I've been using it for all my classes, actually. Whenever I have to give a presentation, I started using it for my Shakespeare class. We had to summarize an act of a play. And it's really cool because I can just zoom in on each specific thing that happened. It moves where I want it to go. I set up a pathway really fast, really easy. I click the button, and it goes where I need to go.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
And we're here with Lisa Gresseth. She is the Manager of Information and Instructional Technology. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're glad you're here as well. And Lisa, you help in selecting which technologies find their ways into the classroom, and how does this process work?
Well, there's a number of different ways that technologies come into the classroom. One is that in general we supply a certain number of desktops to the classroom, as well as ensuring that the teacher has one. We also have other ways as grants come into the district that we are funding such things as the interactive whiteboards that are part of our presentations here, as well as some of the document camera and projector setups that teachers are using to help be able to visually show students more about the instruction that they're receiving. And then last, we are involved in some pilots now that we are funding through a variety of sources to help us learn more about what it is we need to do next as a system.
And Lisa, what are you looking for when it comes to classroom technology?
Well, you hear much in the news now about 21st century skills, and so when we're looking at technologies, we're looking at ways that we help students learn skills that are directly related to their learning goals and will help us ensure that students are leaving our system with the skills they need for the workforce today. So one of the things we look for is technology that's engaging to students, that allows them to collaborate and communicate and also create. What we know about this day's students is that creation is really a big part of their lives.
Wonderful. Well, Lisa, we thank you so much for being with us here tonight.
Thank you.
And I see that you have some devices here. I'm not familiar with these at all. Can you tell us how you're using technology to help the special education students?
Yes, we are giving students who do not have a voice a chance to participate in the classroom setting,
Okay, so
as well as all throughout the school day.
explain to me how this thing works. Or how
This
these
is
things
the
work.
most basic level, and what you do is you just decide what you want it to say, you record it,
I want more, please.
and then you just say it into that and record it, and the student can use it at lunchtime, they can use it at calendar, they can use it anywhere. You just have to decide what you want it to say.
So what's the reaction that you're getting from students who at one time have not had a voice in the classroom and now they're able to communicate?
Very positive. I've had reactions from kids who will not put that down. I've had reactions from kids who push my hand away if I attempt to help them. Kids who hand it over to me like, okay, this is precious gold, please take care of it.
Very cool. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
We're going to go over to a student correspondent, Adonis.
All right, thank you, Chad. So, tell me about your booth.
So we're the Skyview High School robotics team called the Skyview Stormbots. We have about 33 kids on our team this year, and we're looking forward to going to Seattle's competition in addition to Portland. And we need to raise a lot of money to do that. And we think, this is a great opportunity for kids to have an opportunity to work with adults, because people come in at night, engineers and software programmers and stuff like that, to work with the kids and teach them skills that they don't get a chance to learn in the classroom. And then they get to apply it to a real live situation. And when we go out to competition, if it breaks, they have to fix it. And we make it a totally student hands-on program. So it's pretty awesome.
The thing I enjoyed most was I was the lead builder for this robot, so most of the components on this robot I built and designed along with a team, but I headed it all. And that was probably my favorite part. I just really enjoyed building everything. It's a great thing for people to get into if you have any kind of want in mechanics or engineering. It's a great thing to join and do.
I'm Adonis Pacheco in the know. Back to you, Coleen.
For many parents, hearing their children talk about Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube may be kind of a foreign concept. It's easy to dismiss these social media sites as something just for kids, something that can only be used to share gossip, photos, and videos. But it's important to remember that what these sites are really for is sharing information. Parents can use that information sharing technology too, but in different ways than their children. That's why Vancouver Public Schools is now on those social media sites. Parents can get important information sent right to their Facebook and Twitter accounts and can check out In the Know and other VPS television shows at YouTube. Here are those addresses. Find us at facebook.com/Vancouver Public Schools or go to twitter.com/VancouverSD. Finally, youtube.com VanSDTV. Remember, it's not just a chance to get information from the school district and your friends, but it's also a way for you to keep up with the technology your children are using to make sure they're being safe online.
I'm here with Linda, so please tell us about music and education.
Well, Music and Education is a program produced by the Yamaha company, and there are 30 keyboards in a room, enough seats for 30 kids, Each student is seated with a partner. They learn about music using the keyboards and music technology. So.
Awesome. Well, what feedback have you gotten from students?
Oh, they love it. They're very motivated. They especially like to be able to create their own music, record it, and play it back for their friends and share that. And toward the end of the year, we like to make CDs and have kids have their own music. So they love it.
Alrighty, well, thank you.
I'm here with Susan Van Houten at Jason Lee Middle School. They are working with robots. Yeah, as part of the Gateway to Technology program. Tell us about your program and how the kids are taking to it.
Oh, Gateway to Technology is the most amazing program that you could ever imagine at the middle school level. The kids absolutely love it because it's so much hands-on. It's tough, and they get so excited when they master it. And every kid I've got says, "Oh, this is my favorite class. This is my favorite class." In some situations, it's the reason some of the kids come to school.
So you say that it's tough, and even though it's academically rigorous, kids are loving the program. Yes. and getting their hands on some pretty high-tech stuff.
Very high-tech stuff. They're getting their hands in there. They're doing science rather than just reading it out of a book. They're doing math. They're seeing finally, where am I ever going to use this in life? And oh, here is where I'm going to use this in life. And it makes a huge difference to some of them.
So it sounds very impressive. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate your time.
So, Mr. Greco, tell us about these Cognite laptops and how it's affecting students' learning.
The Cognite program allows students to go online, and instead of using, say, an external hard drive, they can upload and work and find assignments online through the calendar program that you see behind me.
Yeah. So it's kind of like they choose assignments online or what's assigned to them online, and then they kind of edit each other's work for the computer and whatnot.
Yes, they when they're working, they're able to follow the first item they click on the website goes directly to the step-by-step directions, and then provides links and downloadable documents so they know exactly what to follow when they're working.
Thank you, Mr. Greco. Back to Coleen.
If the kind of thing you're seeing at this showcase are exciting to you, there's no reason to just stand on the sidelines. Vancouver Public Schools, and more importantly, the children in your neighborhood, need adults to come into the schools and volunteer. If you have technical skills and want to help children use some of this modern equipment, that is great. If not, that's okay too. Whatever your abilities, your local schools can definitely use them. Some volunteers read to children, some help teachers in the classroom, and if you're like most of us with a 9-to-5 job, you don't have very much time, but you can also still help out. There's a really neat program called Lunch Buddies. Basically, you just come in and eat lunch with a child a couple of times a week. Interacting with an adult and having a positive role model, especially when they might not have one at home, does wonders for kids. And you know what? The adults who volunteer get more out of it than they could ever have imagined. For more information, just contact the school closest to your home or work. And Chad is back. Now, Chad, what was your favorite part of the evening?
Really liked the robotics exhibit.
Yeah.
It was interesting how the students were controlling that. It's student-built. They're actually competing in a national program. It's a nationally ranked program up there at Skyview High School, and it was very impressive. How about you?
Definitely. Oh, I loved the starboard. I just look at that and it blows my mind. I mean, where was that when we were in school?
It was chalkboards and film strips back in those days.
That's right.
The technology is definitely here, and it's in students' hands, which I think is just so cool.
Yeah, that's the best part. It is right here. It's in students' hands. Parents are getting to learn about it as well. We've had a wonderful evening, and we are so glad that you were able to join us here for weLearn Technology Showcase 2010.
Well, we're just about out of time. We want to thank Steve Webb, Lisa Gresseth, Mike Strom, and all of the students and teachers who took time to talk to us.
Yeah, that's right. And we also want to thank you for watching. Now, if you want to see more, just go to vansd.org or YouTube/VanSDTV. And for Chad and myself, thanks for watching.
To the extent that they're using technology throughout the district at all the different grade levels, because I think when you have a student in one grade, you may not be aware of how extensive it is. You only see a very small piece of what your student is getting and not realizing the breadth of what's out there.
I'm really interested in the Edge, like the e-reader thing, because I saw it in Popular Science and it looked really interesting, and now I'm really excited that I got to actually see it and use it. It was fun.
I was really surprised by the amount of Apple technology and personal use technology that they're involving and making it a very one-on-one experience for the students in the district.